Welcome to my test kitchen. And I have a really special guest in my test kitchen today. It's Sri Rao.
Hi.
Hi, it's so good to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here because I am a huge fan of yours.
I know, he told me that and I was like...
I know, they all understand because I've been watching Ellie's show, I've been DVRing your show for years.
Gosh.
I just love your approach to healthy cooking, so I am super excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited too, and I'm excited about your new book, Bollywood Kitchen. So this is awesome.
Thank you.
And I love the book. And so it's like dinner and a movie, Bollywood style, right? So tell me about what inspired you to write this book.
I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania, and my parents are from India, and I wanted to show people the food that I grew up eating, which is home-cooked Indian food, which is super healthy and easy to make, not like the Indian food that you might have had in restaurants. And then with each meal, I wanted to pair a Bollywood musical. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
So I have to admit, I have never seen a Bollywood musical. Well, first of all, explain, maybe some people don't know what Bollywood is.
So Bollywood is the nickname for the Indian film industry. So it basically derives its name from Hollywood in Bombay.
And are they all musicals?
They are all musicals.
And I love a musical.
Who doesn't love a musical, right? And so they're all different genres. There are comedy and horror, romance, action, and in each of these movies, there are songs and dances.
It's so fun. It sounds awesome.
It is super fun.
So in the book, there's a Bollywood movie that's recommended and then kind of a menu to go with it.
Yeah.
And so today, Sri is going to show us like one of these great recipes that I picked out of the book. And it's funny because he picked it out also simultaneously.
Yeah, I thought that you would like it.
So you were on the same page.
It sort of had that Ellie seal of approval on it because it's healthy and simple and tasty.
Healthy, simple, tasty. So we're going to make that. But first, I have to tell you, we're giving away a copy of the book, giving away a copy of the Bollywood Kitchen. Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely.
To someone who comments live during the stream. So keep that in mind. We'll announce the winner at the end. But for now, we're going to make this amazing dish. So what do you think are the big misconceptions, though, about Indian food?
Yeah, people have a lot of misconceptions about Indian food. One is that it's difficult to make, and it's absolutely not.
I mean, I have to say, I do find it even sometimes a little intimidating, like you have to toast all the spices in a certain way.
You don't need to do that. So that's sort of what I want to dispel, that myth. That might be the way that they cook in India, the way that they've cooked traditionally, but here in America, the way that I grew up, the way that my mom cooks, the way that my aunties cook, we use ingredients that you can find in your local supermarket, and as you'll see today, all of the ingredients that we're going to be cooking with, you probably already have in your pantry.
Okay.
So that's the one misconception. The other misconception is that it doesn't have to be spicy.
Right.
Like people are intimidated by Indian food because they think that it's going to be too hot, and I don't eat spicy food.
Okay, so you can moderate.
You can absolutely moderate it.
Okay, great. So like this salmon dish has an incredible spice mixture, like a spice crust.
Yes.
Masala spice crust. So first of all, it's starting. You're going to make it for us,
yes,
right?
absolutely.
So just starting off, we already have here in this bowl some lemon zest, which I love in this crust. So I love the idea of pairing the spices, the dried spices, with a lemon zest.
You just want something to counterbalance it, right?
Beautiful. And a little bit of brown sugar, just a little.
Yes, just a little.
So what else goes in there?
So what I'm going to add to this is a couple of spices, again, that you probably already have. I'm starting with 2 teaspoons of paprika. 2 tablespoons of paprika.
And that's my fault, because okay, good.
So I'm just
adding
just
regular
that in
paprika.
Here. Just regular old paprika.
And I had that in my cupboard.
Right?
And so I want you to tell me if you have these ingredients. I'm going to name them, okay?
Yeah.
So paprika, cumin, coriander, cayenne pepper, salt, turmeric. If you have those things in your cupboard, give me some hearts. Give me some thumbs up there.
I bet you do, and now you know that with these simple spices, you can make Indian food. So continuing with our rub here, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cumin.
Ground cumin.
Which you have if you've ever cooked Mexican food.
Right. Chili. Middle Eastern food. I mean, to me, these are like spice essentials. If you don't have them, you really should. Go out and get them.
And cumin has this great smoky flavor and smell to it. And sort of the companion to cumin is ground coriander. Cumin and coriander sort of go together the way that salt and pepper do.
Right.
Again, if you've made Mexican food, you probably have ground coriander as well.
I always put that in my chili.
And we're going to have the same amount. It's 2 teaspoons of that.
And I think coriander has like a really lemony kind of citrusy flavor almost.
Citrusy, right.
And so we got lots of hearts. So I know if you're watching this, you probably love food and have a nice pantry. So that's really great. Thanks for the hearts. I'm glad you have these.
So now I'm going to add a little bit of spice. This is actually Indian red chili, ground red chilies. And you can get this at Indian grocery stores or online. You can get this easily on Amazon. But in place of this, you can just use cayenne. It's the same thing. It's basically the same thing. And we're going to just put in a teaspoon of this.
Okay, so I think that sounds like a lot, to be honest.
Okay, so here's the thing. This rub, we're going to have a lot of it. We're probably only going to use half of it for the salmon that we're cooking today. And then the rest of it you can keep in your pantry, and you can use it as a rub for grilled chicken breasts. You could use it on lamb. It's really very versatile, and you can use it again. So a teaspoon of cayenne is not a lot. If you are really sensitive to heat, you can just start
with a
less.
half.
Yes.
Start with half of that, and then you can always increase. Can you use halibut for this dish?
Yeah, absolutely. We
Great.
cook with halibut and we cook with cod a lot in Indian cooking as well. So you could use either one of those.
So those really steaky
Exactly.
fishes you tend to cook with, and that would stand up well to this the intense spices.
So I'm adding a teaspoon of salt, and then finally I'm just adding a half a teaspoon of turmeric, which, as a lot of you probably know, turmeric is sort of the trendy spice of the moment.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of talk about turmeric.
I mean, and all of these spices, really, turmeric especially, perhaps, it has the most research on it, perhaps.
Yeah.
But all these spices really have these anti-inflammatory effect. They not only provide all this flavor and all this color, gorgeous color, but also have an anti-inflammatory effect, have antioxidant power. So just mixing that up. And so then the idea is, and I've done this already, I've already cooked the fish, you just pack that on, you sprinkle it generously onto the fish or chicken or whatever it may be on both sides, and then you just saute it in a pan.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to bring that out, but I want to get started because on top of this, there's more. On top of this,
more flavor.
Goes a beautiful
a mint chutney or a mint sauce. We call it pudina chutney. Pudina means mint in Hindi. And this is sort of the classic condiment that you might find in a lot of Indian restaurants. It's the rich green sauce that you might see on the table at an Indian restaurant. And it's made very simply in a blender. And we're going to start with...
See, I'm your kitchen assistant.
Yeah, thank you. I love it.
Don't you want me as your kitchen
Can you
assistant?
come home with me? So we're going to start with some mint. I'm just going to throw it in here. This is about a cup of mint. And these are just the leaves that have been washed well because we're not cooking this sauce. So you want to make sure that you get all the dirt and stuff off of it.
And you know I love herb sauces, so.
Super healthy, super fragrant. We're going to add in the cilantro. That's half a cup of cilantro.
So I want to ask you guys to chime in. If you make Indian food at home, what you make? What are some of the Indian dishes that you like to make? So I'd love to hear that while we're
cooking. What would you like to know how to make that you might like? And I can give you some simple shortcuts to that.
Maybe
also.
they're in the book?
Yeah, they might be in the book. I'm just going to throw in a clove of garlic. We have about an inch of ginger root here that we're throwing in. And then the key ingredient is Greek yogurt. So, we use yogurt a lot in Indian cooking. We don't use things like mayonnaise. So yogurt is used quite a bit, and it's super healthy.
Yeah.
And we traditionally make our yogurt at home. I don't know if you've ever made homemade yogurt. Have you done that?
No.
It's super simple. Once you've made homemade yogurt, you'll never go back to the store variety. I have a recipe for it in my book. It's very easy. But in place of that, you can use Greek yogurt, which has the same consistency as Indian yogurt.
Okay, great. And then there's some salt and cumin.
Yeah, some salt and cumin just to give it a little bit of flavor. And then we're going to add a little bit of heat with an Indian green chili. So I wanted to show this to you guys. This is what an Indian green chili looks like. You can get them at Indian grocery stores. They're very hot, even though they're so small. They're very spicy. And if you don't have this, no big deal. You can either substitute a serrano.
Serrano.
Yeah.
It looks like the size of a serrano, or like a Thai chili pepper,
Yeah,
maybe?
This is a Thai bird's eye chili. This is a Thai bird's eye chili. You sometimes can get it in grocery stores.
I've been seeing those.
And I would just...
And there's a knife there if you want.
I would just start with a half. I don't think that you actually need more than that. Because it is pretty spicy.
And the idea of this also is to cool the dish, too.
Exactly.
So,
I'll let you do
I know you are. So this
there.
is always, there we go. So then you just blend it up.
Yeah.
Or in the processor or blender, I guess.
Right.
So it's beautiful.
So...
There. A little more. Nice.
There you go.
That's
See this
easy.
beautiful green
It's
color that took, 5 seconds? And the great thing about this dish is that it's a perfect weeknight meal. You can make this whole thing in under 20 minutes. I mean, you only grilled those salmon fillets for
Oh, yeah.
like 8 minutes or something like that at the most.
8 minutes altogether, 4 minutes per side. And so let's plate it up, and so everyone can see what it looks like when it's done. We can put it right
What
on
can I
here,
do?
actually. Let's see. You can just relax.
Oh, my mother-in-law says hi. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl Bratcher is
awesome.
watching from New Mexico.
Aren't you proud of him, Cheryl?
From Artesia, New Mexico. Hi, Artesia.
So look at all the wonderful dishes people are making. So vindaloo, what
Yeah.
kind? So that's a kind of sauce. So what kind of vindaloo? What would you?
So
do?
vindaloo is a very spicy sauce that you can find in a lot of dishes in Indian restaurants. Chicken tikka masala that a lot of people are asking about is another sauce. So here is a little bit of the bad news that I want to convey to people, which is that dishes like chicken tikka masala are not Indian.
Oh.
So those are dishes that have just been popularized at Indian restaurants. But what I want you guys to discover now in my book is how we actually eat at home.
Right.
You know, so chicken tikka
So
masala.
a typical Indian family is
Yeah.
not eating a chicken. It doesn't mean it's not good.
It doesn't mean it's not good. I mean, it has plenty of butter in it and cream in it, so
Oh,
it's
it
going to be
does?
tasty. But we don't cook that way at home because it's not particularly healthy.
Right. I might have to do a healthy version of it.
You absolutely could, and you could use yogurt for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you
So
know-
there are chicken curry dishes and recipes in my book that are just much healthier.
Right.
If you like chicken tikka masala, try these healthier versions. They're even better.
So let's plate this up.
Okay.
I actually have a finished sauce in here. Let me grab it out of the fridge, which I've made already. And it's in this cute
perfect.
little container.
And this also, you are not going to use all of this for the salmon, so you could use this as a dip for veggies. You know, it's yogurt
yeah.
and mint and cilantro.
And it'll keep for a week probably.
Yeah, it'll probably keep for a week. Yeah.
So let's get this plated. Look how beautiful. The salmon crusts up beautifully, like all those spices.
And the little bit of brown sugar that's in there really does miracles for the crusting.
Oh yeah.
For the caramelization.
So
There we go.
look how gorgeous that is.
So you probably put about a teaspoon of that rub on each side of the
Yeah.
salmon, and then you'll have plenty of leftovers.
And maybe we'll spoon this over.
Yeah, go for it.
What do you think?
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Ooh, I want a bite. I can't wait.
So the mint and the yogurt really acts as a counterbalance to the spices that are in the salmon. And I hope you really like it.
All right, let's try it. I
Okay,
can't
shall
wait.
we?
Yes, let us
Okay.
try it. Ooh, wow. It's so good. And literally, so easy to make.
I'll let you be the judge.
I love it.
Right?
Love it.
It's so much flavor.
It has a nice heat to it, but it's not overpowering. Mm-hmm. And because the richness of the salmon really kind of balances that, and then the sauce too. You have to make this.
And you can do it on a weeknight.
You do it on a weeknight. And the winner of the Bollywood Kitchen from Sri Rao is Yolanda Hudson.
Congratulations, Yolanda.
Congratulations.
I'll sign it and we'll send it out to you.
Awesome. And don't forget, next week, Wednesday, 4 o'clock, see you here. And happy eating. Happy healthy eating.
Bye, everyone.